Well, let's continue with problem C. Yet another worker robot. In my opinion, this is a very beautiful problem. I think there are many ways to solve this problem, but I'm going to explain what I am thinking. First, they gave us a number of test cases, and each test case they're going to give us a string with instructions of how the robot is going to move. For example, he can move to the left, to the right, up, down, and the sum of the length of all the strings is not going to exceed this number, in the order of 10 to the 5. So it's going to be probably linear or logarithm on linearithness, because we already have these cases, but in the end it's like one very big case with this constraint. So suppose that we have a test case like this. You're saying that if you have a string like this one, you have to remove the minimum number of consecutive characters that make the robot stay in the same place. For example, let's suppose that the robot is always going to start in the region 0, 0. If it's going to the left, it's going to move to -1, 0, to the right 1, 0, up 0, 1, and down 0, -1. So if we have something like this, in the beginning he's in 0, 0. When we perform L, it's going to be at -1, 0. When we go up, it's going to be at -1, 1. Going to the right, it's going to go to 0, 1. After D, it's going to go down 1, 0, 0. After D again, it's going to go to 0, -1, and after U, it's going to go to 0, 0. So we can see that in this case, he's going to return to the same place in this part. So we can remove these instructions. And he's going to be where he was. Also, we can see that other number that is being repeated is 0, 0 in here. So we can delete du, and he's going to be at 0, 0 again. In this case, we have removed two letters, 2 characters, and here 4 characters. So the best answer is this one, removing only these 2. So we have to find the smallest of all the solutions if it exists. If it doesn't exist, we're going to write -1. So I think that the third detail that we can see is that if we sum, like we retain a balance of the string, for example, if we are in the position C1, D1, and we are going to go again to the position C1, comma D1. If we have, I don't know where, if I go up, I have to go down at least one time. If I go to the right, I don't know where, I have at least one time to the left. The number of times I go to the left, for example, if I have 3 times L, I must have 3 times R in this range, also with ups, also with downs. Doesn't matter the order, but what matters is the number of L's, R, U, and this. However, if we have n positions, suppose that from 1 to n, and from each pair of indices I, j, we're going to count if this is possible. It's going to be O n squared, and this is a bad solution because our time limit is 1 second, and we have the worst case 10 to the 5 elements. It's going to be 10 to the 10th. It's more than 10 seconds, so it's not the right approach. However, let's analyze this thing. Let's suppose that we are iterating through the array with elements in order. What I mean is we are going in this direction. Let's suppose that we have calculated everything until this part. And the number, let's suppose that I have a pair. For example, I got a pair of numbers that the first component is going to be number of L's minus the number of R's, and the second component the number of ups minus the number of U's and minus the number of this. From 0 from the beginning, let's suppose that we're in a position I. We have n numbers from I1 to I. Why do I want to have this? Well, because in the worst case, how many different pairs, how many of these I'm going to have in an array of n elements, or in a string of them n. I'm going to have n pairs from 1 to 1, from 1 to 2, from 1 to 3, until from 1 to n. And this is it's better because we don't have to iterate n squared times, but we also don't know how to look for the answer. We only know that we can have only n different pairs. However, the trick isn't here. If there is an answer, for example, let's suppose that this segment was the segment that is one of the possible answers, or probably not the answer, but one segment that could be deleted, in which the number, let's suppose that we have LR, RL. If this segment could be deleted, that means that in here the sum is 0, 0. Why? Well, it's not the pair. This pair doesn't exist. We only know that the number of L's minus the number of R's in this segment is going to be 0, and the number of U's in this case are 0 minus 0, 0. So the answer in here, the pair, for example, suppose that this position has the index j, the pair that represents 1 to I is going to be the same as the pair 1 to j. Because if we can erase these elements, they're going to add 0 to each component, because it's going to be balanced in this place. So I can store each different pair, the m pairs, and from each pair I can save its position. For example, let's suppose that we have this pair in position 1, this pair in position 2, this pair in position 3, another pair in position 4, I don't know, this pair in position 8, this in position, for example, here could be a pair with position 9, 10, I don't know, until K1, K2, K3, I don't know, K sub L, I don't know how many different pairs could be. But they are at most n positions, and I don't know how many different pairs are, but if a pair appears, the pair that I have until the first position, I'm going to store its place. For example, this one, the second one here, it's the third one. Let's suppose the fourth one was the same as the first one, it's going to be in here. At most, I'm going to have the sum of the sizes of the appearance of each one for all pairs. In the worst case n, but it could be n prime is less or equal than n, it's going to be n. So after having stored the position of each pair, I'm going to iterate for every pair, every contiguous equal pair, because if they are not contiguous, suppose that j also have the same valence. So if this could be other answer. However, if I have a and j, it's going to be always less than a with k, or j and k. I only have to analyze contiguous pairs. So that's why I'm going to only iterate over all of them and check in all of one each consecutive pair of pairs in each row. So at most I'm going to check all of them once in on. However, how can I store the pairs? This is not so trivial, so I think we could create a dictionary or a map in which we can have a pair, and for each pair we're going to have a number, an index. It's going to say this is the pair number 1, number 2. If the pair has never appeared before, we're going to create a new pair. Now we're going to at its position until we finished everything. So let's call the solution. We're going to receive the number of test cases. For each test case, we're going to solve the problem. We're going to have the length of the string, going to be n, say, we have the string s. Let's read the string. And then the problem is going to start. Let's compare our accumulated sum. That is going to represent the balance that we have when we were here from the position I to 1 at the beginning. Is going to be 0,0 before we start everything, and in the first position is going to have a new number and a new number. It's going to be our current balance, our current pair, and then we are going to start each position that each pair appear once. So CC is going to be equal to 0,0, and then for each position what we have is the character. If I is equal to left, where ACC from the first minus or to the left, is equal to R, ACC point to first, going to the right, I is equal to up, ACC point to second plus, and first I is equal to down, going down, so the second one would be here. First of all, we're going to have a map of pairs. It's going to transform each pair to an integer number. It's going to be the position of the pair in the array of appearance or in indexes. So I'm going to call it h, like a hash. And h of ACC 0,0 is going to be 0. I'm going to have a vector of vectors to find the indexes for the positions in which they appear. Well, the first pair is going to appear in the position 0 before everything starts. So we have pause 0, pause on the pushback, vector. We're going to add the vector as a position of the 0, 1. In this case, the ACC 0, pause of 0, pushback. And this vector is going to be the position 0. Then we're going to ask if the current ACC appears in H. If it's equal to 0, it means that it doesn't appear. So if it doesn't appear, we're going to create it. This index is going to be the number of different ACCs that we have had. In this case, when we possible size, h of ACC is equal to size, and then pushback. I'm going to add the new indexes. And then plus sub size and the pushback and the position. In this case, the position is going to be I plus 1 because we're going, I think we start with indexes from 1 to n. They're not going to no starting from 0. So we have this position, we write them, and if the cumulative, the sum, the balance has already appeared, I'm going to make his post to be page of ACC, and post sub int the pushback. I'm going to add this position. No random. Well, after we have everything, we want each a pair, at least one, and there's our answers. We want only one pair. That means this is the answer. So let's have an answer in this sense. And maxi is the maximum, the minimum length is going to be infinity, and we put 10 to nice. So in the end, max is equal to infinity, because it means that there has never been an answer. I'm going to print this one, otherwise I'm going to print the pair of the answer, the left on the right. So let's so now we want the number of different pairs that we have. So we're going to call it len. So we're going to have the size of the number of different guys that we have had. And for each one, and the first thing that I have to take care of is the number of times that this pair has appeared. So the size of the appearances of this balance is going to be equals I dot size, and if we have only one, it's impossible, and we have two or more, it's going to be possible. So I'm going to iterate it from base 0 size is 1, check all the contiguous 1. So in this case, if we enter to this loop, that means that we have at least 2, because if we have only one, minus 1 is 0, and j is not going to be less than 0 because it's initializing. It was initializing 0. So I have a temporal answer. It's going to be, for example, let's suppose that that we have here until this was a position 2 and this is position 5. The balance is there, they are the same, right? So we want a number in these numbers that we are going to eliminate. So it's going to be the difference, 5 minus 2. In general, if we have L or I j is j minus I. In this case, we're going to eliminate 3, 4, and 5. So half cos I j plus 1 minus cos I j. And if 10 is less than maxi, then maxi is going to become 10, and we're going to have a new answer. The answer, the left place, is going to be, if the position was L was 2, it's going to start at position 3, as you can see here, because this is the balance from 1 to 2. So if we have the balance from 1 to I, I'm going to start at I minus 1, I plus 1, and if the other one was J, it's going to be J, because we are going to take this. So it's going to be cos I j plus 1, and from the second is going to become cos I plus j plus 1, and this is it. Let's try this case. 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 4, minus 1. So submit it. We're going to test number 1, number 2. Oh yeah, we got accepted. Well, this was a bit of a problem. That's all. Thanks for watching.